family, it is a beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. Today is Thursday, July the 27th. The show kind of tapes every other or third week, so today is July the 27th, Thursday. We got a great guest for you guys today. We have the athletic director for Texas Southern University. He's going to give us a State of the Union address on where the programs are going and what we can expect in the future for Texas Southern athletics. Also, the SWAC Media Day just happened to pass this week, and he flew in just to be on this show. I'm lying, he lives here, so he just he just came home, but he promised to come to me first, and he did. So without further ado, you know, he's a busy man, and we got things to do, so I want to cover as much territory as we can. Let me welcome in Dr. Kevin Granger, Athletic Director at Texas Southern University.
Thank you, Mr. Rose. All right. Happy to be here as always.
I appreciate
it's
you.
Our annual event.
That's our annual event.
Yes,
We're here once a year.
Yes, sir.
Now, what we're going to start this off with is this. Let me get my eyes on.
Okay.
And there are a few things that occurred during the media day that I saw, and I want your opinion on it. Mm-hmm. I feel good about it, but still, I just want your opinion on it. Mm-hmm. They put out the schedule for the ESPN and TV games for the SWAC.
Right.
And, you know, I know FAMU and Jackson State is the majority of the games, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Every game, I think, is going to be played on ESPN. Was that something you guys earmarked, or was that just something ESPN came to you guys and offered, or what?
Well, I think it's a part of the new sponsorship agreement that this conference has with ESPN and with HBCU Go Sports. And so it gives us a platform to get more of our games on the air and on the network, so more of our student athletes can get highlighted, can get the exposure and get seen. And so it was huge for us to be able to, you know, provide that platform or get on that platform to continue to be able to promote our student athletes.
Now, you mentioned HBCU Game Day.
Go.
Okay, Go. HBCU Go. Okay, I think that's Byron Adams. He's a black billionaire that owns networks and media. He's in the media group.
Correct.
So that is no longer going on HBCU Go, or are they going elsewhere? Because I don't think I saw HBCU Go as one of the channels to see.
It will be, because that's the agreement that is obviously signed with the conference. The conference has an agreement with Byron Allen's group that you're mentioning, so it will be games played on that.
Okay, so what I saw was not a finalized deal.
Correct.
There are going to be some games.
There's going to be some games. He will pick up some games on his network as well. And so when they were putting this schedule out, for example, you know, we always played our games on AT&T.
Right.
You know, and so we had to wait until their schedule came out and see which games they were picking. And fortunately for us, they picked up all of our games except one. That's our homecoming game on campus.
Oh, okay. So they're going to broadcast a homecoming game.
They're not. We'll broadcast that locally on AT&T, but that's the only one that the network that you're talking about, those individuals, that's the only game they didn't pick up for us.
Okay.
So we will have a lot of quality, you know, exposure this year as well.
Now, the significance of that to me is that you got some people that, you know, can rub the brown or the copper off a penny. And so, family, I want you to know that ESPN Plus, it's going to be a little cost involved, but it's going to be worth it because you're going to get every SWAC game. Somebody's either going to play on ESPNU, HBCU Go, or either ESPN Plus is going to basically have all the games.
Correct.
So it's worth $9 to $10 for you to do that. HBCU Go is free, so I know you guys don't be bothering me, asking me why they aren't on Go, all of them, because ESPN covers, I think, a little wider gamut, wouldn't it?
They will.
Yeah. They will. Okay, so I think it's better for the SWAC to even do that, do the ESPN Plus. Okay, now moving on, they had us forecast third in the West.
Right.
I think this is our year. What do you think, Coach?
Well, I definitely think it's our year. We have the opportunity. If you think about it, we were 50 seconds away from being in the championship game this past season, last season. So we're really excited about where we at and what we're able to accomplish and the recruits that Coach were able to bring in and the staff that he's put together. we think this will be our year. The good thing about it, we were looking at it, we said, hey, we picked third. At least we're not picked last. They've been picking us last, all the other years. So at least if they're picking us third now, that's a growth, if you want to say so. But I feel real good about our football program. I like where the directions they're headed. I think we have it. I don't want to go on saying that, hey, we definitely going to win it, but I think we'll be right there again in the mix coming down the
Not only will we 50 seconds away, there was a game or two prior to that game that we could have won, that we could have been solidified.
Correct.
Definitely.
No question.
So we there, all we have to do is learn how to close out.
Right.
Close
and I
it
think
out.
that comes with experience. Last year we were one of the younger teams still in the conference, and I think it just comes with experience. They did a phenomenal job. Who would have thought that they would go down there and beat Grambling, at Grambling, and then beat Alcorn for homecoming
At
Alcorn.
Hey, that don't happen, family. In Alcorn.
No, that never happened. And I had to share that with the former president. We were sitting down after the game, and I told her the significance of that win. It's been a long time in TSU football history where we were able to defeat Southern, Grambling, and Alcorn in the same calendar year. And so that was huge for us on our growth pattern, because if you look at, a couple of years ago where we were at, and now you look at us being able to beat some of the traditional powerhouse, say a lot about the growth of our football team as well.
I just think we getting it together, and as Coach McKinney, I heard him talk at the SWAC media about how he brought in 50 to 60 freshmen 2 years ago. Now they're juniors, and we just, the expectation is high. I had Andrew and CJ, the defensive back, on the show about a month ago.
Right.
And I told them that, look, they felt real good about where they were headed. I say, all you need to do is keep your blinders on, look straight ahead, one game at a time, and we'll be at that Celebration Bowl.
Right.
We'll be at the SWAC
championship. You got to win that one to get that. I think for us, it's going to start with that PV game. I think that's going to set the tone for us for the season. That's going to be a big game for us, so we need all the fans to come out and alumni and supporters to come out September the 2nd so we can get off to that correct start. I think that's the important thing.
Yes.
If you can get off to that start, and win and start, then it carries over for the rest of the year. You feel good, and as you said, closing those games, at the end, learning how to close and things of that nature. I think if we get Prairie View, it'll give us all the momentum we need.
I was just telling Doc that last year I got the big head for promoting Fill the Stands. That's what I call this campaign. And by the way, let me go ahead and start it now. I want to start the campaign, Fill the Stadium 3. One more time, Fill the Stadium 3. And what this is for the Labor Day Classic. I happened to be at the game. Well, I'm always at the game. I was at the game last year, and 4 young ladies happened to stop me and made me feel good, saying that, aren't you sports talk with Fat Larry? I said, yes, I am. And they said, well, you asked us to come out and fill the stands, and that's what we're trying to do. So I definitely want you guys to show up at the Shell Energy Stadium.
That's correct.
Shell Energy Stadium. Just like we took it there to PV, bring it right on downtown, fill it, pack it, and I can feel us. I can just feel it that we're going to make this change this year.
I agree. I feel it too.
and so I won't put too much pressure on you, Coach McKinney.
Put the pressure on it.
This is what we need to do just to get off, as Doc said, just get off to a good start. Now, Doc, what I want to ask you about is things that are going on around the TSU athletic department. Let's start off with one that already has gotten started. Family, if you didn't know, TSU athletic department has already started development on a weight room. Are we 3/4 the way, half of the way, or what?
Well, we're more than that. We're about 85% finished. We're waiting now. We're waiting on the fluid to come in. We have to order a special type of fluid for that because the weights are so heavy when they go down.
When they drop them, they won't crack the fluid.
So we're waiting on that to come in. The gentleman emailed me. He thinks it'll be here around the 15th. Okay. And we already have the weights ready to go in.
Weights ready?
Yeah, the weights are ready. We're just holding up on the fluid. We got to get the fluid in before we can bring the weights. And so I tried to get them, obviously, to talk about pushing it up a week with the fluid. And then so we can get the weights in, and we scheduled to have it hopefully around the middle of August, towards the later part of August. It's just depending on when the
Okay.
floor
Okay.
will actually be installed.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, that weight room, is that for football only, or is that going to be for all athletics?
It's for all of athletics. It's
Okay.
for all. It's a facility that's strictly strength and conditioning. It'll be the first time we've ever had that. You know, we
Yes,
have the
yes,
strength
yes,
and conditioning weight room in the H&PE arena currently.
Right.
We don't have a facility that's all it is
Right,
just
that's
weights.
that, right.
And so this will open up and be a part of it, but we will also continue to maintain and operate the one in H&PE arena. We're not taking away from what we have, we just adding to it and enhancing it, and then we'll go back and redo and upgrade the one in H&PE arena next.
Okay, okay. Now, the baseball team at Texas Southern was granted some support financially, and we're supposed to be getting a base, which is what I played. Where, because I have them ask me all the time,
Right.
where's it going to be at, Rhodes? When they going to start working on it?
Right,
So can you give me some information on that?
Well, the site location is at Yates High School. You know,
Okay.
there's the two fields right
Okay.
there at Yates High School. We were able, you know, thankfully to enter into a 30-year lease of that land. So Texas Southern will be building the baseball and softball right across from our parking garage,
Right.
which connects right to our campus.
Right.
And so we are really, really excited
Yes.
about that. We have the survey the land surveyor that has come out. And so we expect that report to come back to us within the next couple of days. And as soon as we get that report, then it allows us to map out when we're going to start and put the drawings and everything to the plan.
So we're looking at 2025 for that field that's ready. Because 2024 is around the corner.
It's around the corner, but we're not holding it out.
Okay.
Because of the fact, if you go out there and look, it's already set up for baseball and softball. So we don't have to do a whole lot on that field. It's already set up for baseball
You know
and
what
softball.
I was thinking about, Doc? I was thinking about the empty lot across from the parking lot. You actually talking about on the Yates campus.
Correct.
Where they got this. Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes. So it's
you're
already
just going to
set
elevate
up.
it. You're
Correct.
Just gonna, yeah, you're
Correct.
Just gonna
So
elevate
we're hoping that because of that, it doesn't require us to do as much and as much lead time. So we're not holding out hope for 24, but obviously it's going to be predicated on by how bad, you know, how things come along
Great.
and how we get the site survey back and then start get the drawing and construction plan and things of that nature. But we're not holding out hope on it.
Now, family, one more time, I'm starting the campaign. Fill the Stands 3. That is strictly for Labor Day Classic. Fill the Stands 3. Now, as I did last year with Coach, we have a push for season tickets. Coach, where are we at on season tickets?
Kevin Allen is the guy to know. I kind of keep it in a mystery for me.
Okay.
Because I ask them every so often where we at. They said the numbers are better than where we were at this time last year. So I'm thankful because of that. I give them. I ask them for the report around August 1st.
Okay.
That's always been my kind of tradition to ask for it on August 1st and see where we at. I too have purchased my season tickets, and that's one thing about me. I don't ask individuals or companies or people to do things that I wouldn't do. Obviously, per my agreement, per my contract, I get so many tickets, obviously, but me and my wife are season tickets members as well. So I thought it was important for me being, you know, the leader of the athletic department to make sure I was getting my season tickets, because how could I ask you to purchase season tickets if I'm not going to do it?
Right. And I, as he spoke just a moment ago, I led off last year, and I had a few of my viewers say, you know, I heard your athletic director say what their goal was, 10,000. They was only at like about 1,800, 1,900. He bought 2 tickets.
Nice. We need him to do it again this year too.
Oh, trust me, I'm going to see him in about an hour.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going to see him in about an hour.
Let's get him signed up and see if we can get some more of you all.
He's a minister, and he said he's going to try to get a couple other ministers to buy some season tickets.
And let me share with the audience how important it is. I mean, anytime we're trying to attract sponsors, one of the things a sponsor want to know is how much support you get at your events, at your games and things of that nature.
So that name can be seen.
Right. So nobody want to put their name up in an empty house.
And right, nobody else saw it.
It just doesn't benefit companies, and so that's one thing why we really try to push season ticket is it allows us to be able to go out there and say, hey, we have 10,000 season ticket members, and now sponsors are willing to work with you more when you have that.
Okay. Now, let me get this here. I want to make sure, because I wanted to ask you. Okay, now we went over the football field, the weight room. I had a tennis guy that when TSU was the bomb, and yeah, that was back in the day, family. Right. I know y'all get tired of me talking about back in the day. Is tennis ever been on the table but thinking consideration?
Yes, it actually has been. I have the reports. I did the breakdown. I know what numbers it costs us to bring tennis back and things of that nature. Obviously, we wanted to focus on some things we needed to do first. I mean, we didn't have a weight room. We didn't have, we just updated the football locker rooms. We just installed a new field. We just did the new long jump pits. We just did the new track equipment. We're putting up, and you'll see it when you come to the H&P Arena by Mondays. The new score high flex board will be installed. So we have a new high flex board that's going in. So
is that a replay board also?
Yes, it'll show you'll be able to see. It won't be a bad seat in H&P Arena. Okay. All four sides will be playing the video of the game while the game is going on, and we can run all kind of commercials. It's just going to be fantastic in there now.
Now tell me if when the what was that game, the NCAA tournament, when they came and saw our arena, that impressed them, like, okay, we can do some stuff here in this arena.
Yeah, no question. We have one of the top arenas, I would say, against anybody.
HBCU, for sure.
No, not just HBCU. You can go anywhere. Right. If you go in our men's basketball locker room, our women's basketball locker room, they're on par with anybody else that we go to play. Now, some people may be a little bigger and things of that nature, but what we have in there, the makeup of ours, if you think about it, U of H and people like that used our facility for a year and a half while they were redoing theirs. And so our facility, with the addition of the video board, now we obviously have to continue to make upgrades and things of that nature, but installing this new high flex board and things of that nature just keeps us on that
Now, I don't know what the numbers said, but I felt like as I went to the basketball games last year, there were a few more students, and I'm like, this is what needs to happen. Get these students, y'all get in free.
Correct. Well, not free. Don't say free.
Well, they tuition.
You have to use your card. You get in with your card.
With your card.
Yeah, you get in with your card. What happens is the students actually pay for events, for athletic events through the athletic fee. And so then all they have to do is show they swipe. They swipe their card is connected.
It looked like it was more of them. Yeah. I even saw a section over there where about 10 or 12 of them was together giving cheers. I said, this is the way.
Right.
Now, man, back in the day, one more time, this place would have been packed, man, when I was going.
Exactly. Well, the difference, and most people don't recognize that, Texas Southern has become a commuter campus.
Okay.
Back when you were there, everybody stayed on campus. Even when I played there, more people stayed on campus. Now, Texas Southern's in the process of adding dormitories and beds to the campus, so more people can actually stay on the campus. It's easier. Yeah. If I live in Sugar Land and I drive home at 3, it's a tough sell to get a student to drive all the way back through the traffic to Texas Southern. So we have to try to figure out a way, and we have plans for that, to try to add beds to the campus.
Now, I'm going to get off track off athletics right now, but well, I'm in athletics, but this incident that occurred at FAMU, where the football coach had to put them on hold for a minute. Right. What is your take on that as an athletic director?
You mean
what's your first? Yeah, are you doing anything, or are you like, what happened? Who in the hell let them in here? That type of thing.
That's the first thing that ran across my mind. I mean, why would you do that? I was disappointed.
Yes.
I mean, you're disappointed as an athletic director. Even I'm disappointed for FAMU.
Yes.
Because nobody should have to go through that. I mean, our student athletes have to be a little smarter in the way they operate and the way they conduct themselves. Because most people, I don't know exactly for FAMU, but for example, Texas Southern, our players most of the time can get in and out of our locker rooms with the swipe card.
Okay.
And so you don't really need a coach to be in there for you to access the locker room. And I'm assuming they probably have that same type of setup.
Right.
And so our student athletes have to be smarter these days and times and make sure they don't bring no unjust harm your program, to your sport, and things of that nature. And so I was disappointed, as an athletic director, but also hopeful that, this will allow people, even our unit, to learn. And hopefully it'll tell these student athletes that are here, even at Texas Southern, that this is not the way to do things.
Right.
And so make sure you don't put yourself in that situation.
Staying on the athletic director kick, Prairie View is about to get Ashley Robinson back. Let me explain that. Ashley Robinson is the previous athletic director at Prairie View A&M University. Then he went to Jackson State in Mississippi and did wonderful things there. Coach, I'm
always coach too, so ain't no problem with me.
Dr. Granger, how did this happen? How did this happen that he got so much going on, so much he and Dion put so much shine on Jackson State. Mm-hmm. How is it possible he even thought about leaving Jackson State?
Well, I just think it's relationships. Okay. I think it's always relationships in this business. Good point. So as presidents change, athletic directors change, and coaches change. So it's all about relationships. So if one person may leave, like for example, I think Jackson State, that president left.
Right.
And so I think maybe, I don't know, but maybe AD, Ashley Robinson has a relationship with the new incoming president who just was hired here recently at Prairie View. So it's all about relationships. I always tell people you do your job and to the best of your ability, so you're not leaving things in a bad way.
Always come back. Don't burn no
bridges. Right. So if you do what you're supposed to do, and I know Ashley really well, he's done an excellent job at Prairie View, then did an excellent job at Jackson State. So it allows him to come back to Prairie View because when he was there, they were doing well. Yeah. And so that's the main thing. But in this business, it's definitely about relationships.
Yeah, I was taken aback when I saw that even being thought of, that Ashley Robinson was thinking about coming to Prairie View. I'm like, why is he leaving Jackson State? Much shine and sponsorship. Somebody, every time you turn around, somebody is donating $50,000, $100,000, $1 million to Jackson State. Right. So, but like you said, relationship does matter.
Oh yeah, it matters. It matters in this business.
Now, something that doesn't have to do with the SWAC, hazing. Mm-hmm. Northwestern University, out of the Big Ten in Illinois, in the Chicago area. Can you believe what came out about what's going on with them? They're being sued by several players. Mm-hmm. But what got me was the thing they was hazing for. I thought they was talking about guys running down the line, getting slapped upside the helmet, or getting paddled or something like that. But some of this other stuff I could not believe.
Well, I try to stay out of it. I will say that. I see it and I don't see it. Obviously, it's an unfortunate situation, but you just praying for the best. I mean, you're making sure you educate your coaches. I mean, coaches have to be educated. Coaches have to be educated. The old days are no longer the new days. No. I mean, you can't do certain things. You have to. They outdated. You have to make sure you don't have those type of things going on in your program now. And it's no win in that. I mean, if you got to do all that to motivate the student athlete, then probably you're not as successful as you need to be anyway.
Can you believe the athletic director had no knowledge of that?
Well, yeah, I can, because I'm an athletic director. There's some things that go on. Well, you have to understand, an athletic director comes around. For example, for me, I go out there and look at football practice and things of that nature. But I'm not in the locker room when they come in before practice. I'm not in the locker room when they're meeting. Right. I'm not in the locker room when they're watching film. No AD is going to sit down and be down there 24/7 in the field house. I'm not going to do that in men's basketball. I'm not going to do that in women's basketball. We have too many sports. And so some things, it's a fraternity. What happens in the locker room, so stay in the locker room. Right. So until somebody speaks about things, we as an administrator, as an administration, just don't know. And everybody on the outside will be looking in like, why the athletic director didn't know? Why the president didn't know? Why this, why that? Well, it's a fraternity. If you know anything about sports, it's a fraternity. Right. If something is happening on that basketball team, you ain't going to be the one talking about it. You're not going to break the fraternity. And so we don't get the information as administrators until it's brought out. And then now you have to react to it, but you're in reaction mode because you don't know the information up front.
Mr. Womack is the broker and president and CEO of Womack Development Investment Realtors, a private minority-owned full-service commercial and residential real estate brokerage firm. Over the years, he has been known to be a respected community businessman and partner and has received many awards. Now, he sells real estate everywhere, but this specialty is right here in 3rd Ward. This guy can get it taken care of for you. Back to Fill the Stands Campaign 3, family. It's very important. If we can get the stands, what I want to do is, I don't know what the standing record is for TSU attendance at a home game, but I would like to have standing room only at this game. This would send us off in the right direction for this season. I think we had a team to make it all the way to the SWAC championship. So if you guys can spread the word, family, I got my little 2,000, 3,000 viewers.
All right.
So
Let's get it done.
So if they can just spread the word that we're gonna have a Fill the Stands Campaign 3 for PV and TSU Labor Day Classic. We want standing room only at this game. Mm-hmm. And to show Doc my commitment to it, I did it last year. I got 2 tickets. Doc tried to strong arm me and make me get 10, but I'm not in a position to get 10 of them.
We appreciate what we can get now. Let's put that on the record.
He tried to strong arm me and said, "Why don't you get 10 of them, bro?" No, you got me confused with somebody.
Well, I thought when you were growing. Growth, they always say,
Yeah, I got my little 2,000 fans, but they ain't buying enough T-shirts.
Okay.
That's what I need y'all to do is go to fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com and get your sports talk T-shirt with Fat Larry. Maybe next year I can get 4 tickets.
All right, you all go get them now so we can get them tickets up.
fatlarrypodcast@gmail.com. Go there, give me your name, your size and color you want, and I'll contact you and we'll get you out. And by the way, I want to thank a gentleman in Dallas, Texas, Sam Jones Jr., that's been very loyal to me. He got a couple more T-shirts, and you should have them on the way, Sam. So I can't do the 10, but we're going to get 2 tickets for the season to TSU right now. And
Perfect.
I'm going to send them to Coach, give it to Coach, and this is my commitment to the athletic department, and I do it on air so nobody can tell me that, hey, you just faking.
You didn't do it for real.
I didn't do it for real, but let me tell you that when I give them this check, this money coming out of my bank.
It's coming out now. I can vouch for that one. It's coming out.
It's coming out. So I just want to let everybody know the only way we're going to advance upwardly, not just in football, but as a university, is to get behind our university. I'm not only a supporter of the athletic, I'm a lifetime member. I'm a Maroon and Gray member. I'm a TSU National Alumni Association member. Right. So if I can do it, we all can do it.
Right.
So, Coach, I am going to give you, what are 2 of them VIP tickets, $40?
No, more than 40 now. It's a little more than 40 now.
Okay.
It's a tad bit more.
Yeah, I ain't going to tell y'all what it is. I won't scare y'all off.
But you can get the information online. We have it. So
Coach, while I'm writing this check, go ahead and let them know what they can do to get the tickets.
The easiest thing to do is go to www.tsu.edu. Click, that'll take you to the home page of Texas Southern University. You go up on the icon and click athletics, and then you will be on the athletic website, and on there you will see season tickets, game day tickets. We'll go on sale August the 1st with single game tickets.
Okay.
We wanted to make sure we had season tickets available first, because once the people start picking those tickets, then those seats are not available.
Right.
So that's the reason why we want our season tickets, to give them an opportunity get the seat they wanted before we go on sale with the single game tickets. Okay. And so we'll go on sale with those on August the 1st.
All right, Coach, well, I want to gift the university, not actually gift, pay for my 2 tickets.
Yes, correct. That's correct. As always, you all can see, I'm not turning around and let you know the amount, but you can see that the check is real.
The check is real, and I can vouch for it. They're going to take the money.
Yes,
They gonna take the money.
We're definitely, let me say this too, though. I appreciate it, Mr. Rose. You have always supported the athletic department, so I appreciate this.
Okay.
Buying 2 tickets as well. I want to
Okay,
say that.
I thank you very much for that. That was, I was one of the students that when you live on campus, I found out that you have a stronger love for the university. I don't mean that people that commute don't, but generally, initially, off the top and forever, people that stayed on the campus, they have a stronger love for the
You have a
university.
different experience.
You have different experience.
You have a different experience.
Right.
I stayed on the campus as well. My experience is totally different because the people that commute, they leave at a certain time. So a lot of the campus life in the nighttime, they never experience.
Never experience.
And so that's the reason why it's important.
That's where those bonds grow at night when you hungry. You don't have no money. You from Mississippi. I'm from Central Texas. And I'm walking around asking my homegirls, y'all going to French's today? If you do, let me have a piece of that chicken. I don't want but one piece.
Just give you one. Huh?
Just give me one. So they get a chance to build up that type of camaraderie. But I want to thank Coach again. He's a busy man. He got to get out. We had a late start today. I'm going kind of fast. But so, Coach, thank you for coming by.
I do want to say this and invite
go ahead.
all the listeners to the Fan Fest.
Oh, I needed to do. I'm sorry.
Fan Fest. It'll be August 27th from 1 to 5. It'll be right there in H&P Arena. At this event, we'll introduce all of our 16 sports. We will also introduce band, cheerleaders, mascot, dance, people like that as well. We'll have free food. We're going to have games out there.
Stop.
We're going to have everything.
Start over from the beginning. I heard free food, so start over. Make sure my crowd heard that.
It will be free food provided to everyone's out there. We'll have bouncy houses, gaming trucks, where the students can actually.
What's the date again?
August 27th.
August the 27th at TSU H&P Arena.
H&P Arena.
Free parking.
Yes.
Okay, free parking.
1 to 5.
1 to 5. So don't come at 7 o'clock. Don't come at 7 o'clock. 1 to 5. And also I want to push the Maroon and Gray is having a fair August the 25th at Texas Southern University. Go online to maroongray.com, the Alumni Association, and find out how you can get your tickets or even get your whole table. Okay? Thank you again, Doc.
Thank you, sir. As always, appreciate it.
And as always, to my family, appreciate you for listening. Peace out.